What's going on, guys and gals, fishing family? Welcome back to Bass Fishing Brian's YouTube channel. Uh, I'm just gonna shoot straight. A lot of times I work a 9 to 5 job, so a lot of times in the morning before work is when I go out and try to shoot footage for the channel. I usually have like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and over the last week I have not been able to put anything together. I have not been catching anything. Today I went out and fished the big river that runs through my town with a friend of mine off his bass boat. Thought I was gonna have, a nice little set of footage to make another episode, and we both grinded. We only had from morning till about quarter to noon to fish, because Sunday, and we both got to work on Monday, so we can't fish the whole day. But anyway, it was Murphy's Law today. Everything that could go wrong did. Planned techniques and presentations went out the window. I lost a lot of fluorocarbon. Found out that one of the spools on one of my more high-end reels somehow has a big chip in it. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if I could sand it down, because I was dragging the fluorocarbon across it and it was nicking it up. So it was like, I don't know if they sold it to me that way or what, but I don't recall ever dropping that reel. And plus, how would it get a chip on the wall of the spool and not chip the actual housing of the reel? Did the guy sell me a floor model? I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. But anyway, it's been a grind. It's kind of like the heart of the summer. At least where I'm at, these fish are finicky. If you do get a bite, you better set the hook and hope that you don't miss them, because I've been struggling. I don't know how to approach it. I'm racking my brain trying to figure it out. So what I'm gonna do is, I still have some footage left from the spring, and I want to put out a little video here of my two favorite ways to catch fish in the spring. I think they both draw a quality bite, and that is to throw a spinnerbait and a jerkbait. So I want you to check out the footage, and I will show you a couple of my favorite spinnerbaits and jerkbaits when we come back. Check it out. So this has been very clear lately, but we just finally got some much needed rain. As you can see, it's stained the water up. Perfect for cranking and throwing spinnerbaits and or bladed jigs. But I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking vibration is going to be the key today for giving these fish something that they can find, because I'm kind of thinking they're ready for snack time. They should be, man. It's been a minute since, we had lows stay out of the 30s. So I'm gonna step up here on my little casting rock, keeps my boots a little drier, and start search baiting with this spinnerbait here, slow rolling her. I don't have a trailer on it. Last year I caught my second biggest largemouth out of this body of water right there in that back corner by those rocks. A good old whopper plopper. That was real fun. One thing about topwater fishing is that if they're aggressive enough to hit it and miss, always throw back. I always do, because they're like a cat with a toy. Like, where'd that go? I'm trying to munch that. And I've caught a lot of fish on the throwback. There's usually one sitting over there in the current, letting the bait come right to him. I've been trying to not fish it as hard down here because, you know, during your peak months, like the beginning of spring, the beginnings of, damn, I just got a backlash. That's the reality of fishing now. It gets a lot of pressure down here. And I don't want these fish stressed out, man. I care about each and every fish, from the grass carp to the annoying bluegill, you know, and especially the bass. But I'm very fortunate to have this little system right by my house, and the last thing I want to do is overfish it. So I've been trying to give it a break, and it's hard because it's 3 miles from my house, and there's some quality, serious quality fish in both these ponds and then in the river. But so sometimes I'll just come down here and do trash pickups, not fish. It's real difficult. There's one. All right. Yeah, that's a good fish, guys. Wow, he was really up close. Wow. Wow, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Let's get a weight. Feels every bit of 2.5 to 3 on the old Picasso Invisawire. Shout out to Tackle Junkie for giving me the idea to bust this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm shaking right now. Hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. Two, 1. 2 pounds even. All right, girl, come on. Let's go. There you go, good girl. Woo! Yeah, dude. Yes! Whacked it. He's not the guy that I missed, but that's 2 today on the old shadow wrap. And man, he wanted it because he's got 2 or 3 trebles in his mouth. See, for me, if I miss big bass, I cannot let myself get down. I just remember my dad packing it up and saying, come on, we're going home. See, he's a little guy, but he wanted that shad wrap, didn't he? Thank you, buddy. You have just redeemed me from going home skunked. So I appreciate you, Mr. Bass. You got a spot on your tongue? Nope, you're a largemouth. But you're beautiful. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, I can't really get real close, so it's gonna be kind of a hard one. There you go, boss. So guys, with jerk baits, you know, obviously I have the usual suspects here. Everybody throws the Megabass 110, including me. This is the 110 silent. It's a great bait. It still has the factory troubles on it because I'm scared to mess with the tuning of it. So I'm gonna wait till those get super dull. You know, you can't go wrong with the 110s, but I've had my most jerkbait success with the Rapala being the shadow wraps in the size, what is this, a size 9, which I do throw on a spinning rod, a medium spinning rod, and the X wrap, you know, with the bluegill sunfish type colors, even though this is called perch. These bass identify this as just typical forage, and I did put EWG trebles on this, and it balanced out fine. It didn't change it at all. And I'm going to give you a kicker and a sleeper. So the kicker is the Berkeley cutters. I just picked this up one day. I don't know where I was at, tell you the truth, but I needed a bluegill jerkbait in a pinch, and I actually went down to the water and caught one like a second cast. They're great little baits. I like these Cutter, well, yeah, 90. Yep. I'm more of a, to be honest, I'm more of a fan of the double treble jerk baits than I am the triples. I think those have a ability to hurt fish. If you notice, when you catch fish on jerk baits, a lot of them have them in the gill plate, in the top of the head, and then maybe the middle hook is in their lip. You know what I mean? It's like, but here's the sleeper. This is the Erie 95 Darter by Nishin Lure Works, and a lot of people don't really know about this bait. This is kind of a JDM bait, but this thing is amazing. When Hank Cherry won the classic on that French Pearl 110+1, you know, I could have ran to Cabela's and bought a 110+1, but what that told me was, you know, during that time of year, a lot of bass rely on their visual cues and ladder lines, but in, you know, if we're talking about jerk baits, it's a heavy visual cue. So I wanted just a bold white, you know, well-made jerk bait that was, you know, away from the norm of everybody rushing out to get a French Pearl 110+1 because of the classic. So I chose to get this one, and it is, the action of it is amazing. It is a great bait. I don't remember the name of the bait designer, but he's a Japanese dude, and if you watch any Rick Clun videos, they'll tell you, you know, he tells you that the Japanese are just very meticulous with the way they make their bass baits. And I got some spinnerbaits laid out here. The ones I like that draw big bites, that are quality baits, is first and foremost is the Picasso Invisawire. I believe this is a 0.28, which is 28 hundredths stainless steel heat treated wire. It's supposed to be invisible to the fish in the water, but yet it's very strong and it gives off an amazing amount of vibration. This is a 1/2 ounce, what is this, the Indiana Willow combo, which is a pretty awesome blade configuration. I did put a little trailer I got at hand poured spinnerbait trailer I got at one of the outdoor shows this spring on it. Fish in the footage you just saw was caught on that bait. The Booyah Covert, obviously the Jason Christie long awaited spinnerbait, is a great bait. Anything War Eagle puts out is quality. Caught tons of fish on the War Eagle spinnerbaits. And one that I just picked up on happenstance that I was really impressed with, that I've got some really nice fish catches on, is the Luke Clausen Z-Man double willow leaf. If you look at these colors, you know, it obviously represents a bluegill very well. I got it trailered with the Yamamoto double tail grub. But the keeled head design, I mean, you can really either slow roll this bait or burn it, and it does not come off keel. It maintains its integrity coming through the water. So, and one more, you know, I can't, as much as I don't like to promote Strike King because I think they've slacked in their quality over the years, I have caught some nice fish on this bait right here. It's the Painted Blade. I don't remember the model with these heads. I noticed a lot of the models is a head design change with when it comes to Strike King spinnerbaits, but it is a decent spinnerbait. So guess, you know, I'll be fair and include them in this. But yeah, guys, those are my two favorite ways to really catch them in the spring. With spinnerbait, you can cover water, you know, and and I believe they draw big bites. I throw my spinnerbaits on a 5-3-1 medium heavy 610 Shimano rod, and the reason why I choose a 5-3-1 is I want that power to wind in those big fish, and also I have a tendency to reel fast, just subconsciously, so I need the reel to slow me down, and that way I don't blow out my spinnerbaits too. So anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna go out tonight and see if there's a top water bite at dusk, and maybe, I don't know, flip the jig around or something. But I'm gonna try to get some fresh new footage. I'm sorry for the you know, going back to spring, but I do want to showcase these baits and these techniques. Remember, guys, you're not being a sissy if you throw a smaller jerkbait on a spinning rod. You will have way more control of the lure, and you will maintain a slow cadence to not get crazy. Now, it is summertime, so you can rip the bait a lot faster, make your pause intervals very short. You know, you can get really crazy with it and really rip those baits. So, you know, don't refer to the video as far as technique goes, but you know, these two presentations right here can really get you some quality fish, and especially from the bank. So anyways, guys, I hope you're having better luck in your neck of the woods than I am, and remember, you can't catch them if you're not fishing, so get out there and fish. Alright, guys, see you on the next one.